Hello and welcome, students and adults. I'm Professor Nicole Donahue, and I'm one of the many Collegiate Academy professors who works at Collin College and works in Plano West Senior High teaching dual credit courses. Specifically, I teach U.S. history, but there are many of us who work teaching other courses in Plano West. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit generally about our dual credit program, but also specifically about my course, U.S. history. One of the biggest questions I get at events like this is what the difference is between dual credit and AP, which makes a ton of sense, right? And as someone who's taught both of these kinds of courses and who works for the College Board as an AP exam scorer in the summers, I have a unique perspective on how they compare. The simple answer is that both of these are great ways to earn college credit. It just depends on how you want to do that. In dual credit, you're not taking a college level course, you're taking an actual college course. This means that your professor determines at the end of each semester whether you've met the requirements for credit. You don't have to wait until the end of the year to take a cumulative exam and then have that scored to find out if you've gotten credit that may or may not be accepted based on your score. In AP, the clear advantage is that if you're wanting to move far out of state, like Montana or something, it may be easier to transfer a 5 on the APUSH exam. Collin College credits are easily accepted within Texas and even usually surrounding states, but the process for transferring to out-of-state schools further away can sometimes be a bit more tedious. It's important to know that in both scenarios, you'll be saving money and getting the chance at college credit. And in both cases, your teacher or professor is on your team. I think sometimes people like to scare younger people by saying things like, well, in college, your professor simply won't let you do this or that. And this is certainly true in the sense that a college course has to follow some strict guidelines for standards and structure. But within that, your professor is always on your team. Like, we want you to be successful in our class, and we're going to do whatever we can to help you get there. It's also really worth pointing out, I think, that you don't have to be an AP student or pre-AP student or honor student or GT student to take dual credit. In fact, some of the best students in our dual credit program are students who have been sitting bored out of their minds in on-level courses. Like, have you ever noticed that you're the only person in class who answers your teacher's questions all the time? Dual credit might be a good fit for you, turning your answering of questions into learning to ask good questions. Apart from being able to pass the criteria for admittance into the dual credit program, the only thing your professors require from you is a willingness to work hard and communicate with us. We will help you with the rest. So when it comes to dual credit, I think one of the things that we sometimes don't realize is just how much money we're saving in the long run. So I wanted to give you guys an example. I used to teach the exact same course I teach at Collin, U.S. History, at Texas A&M University Commerce. This is where I got my degrees, and I taught this class there while I was finishing my master's degree. With the exception of some new content that I've added, because everyone is always learning new things, including me, I haven't changed the course really. So students taking my Collin course are getting the same course they'd get if they took it with me at TAMUC. But look at the cost difference. Today, if you took the course with me at A&M Commerce, you'd pay about $1,300 for the course. My students at Collin pay about $170. Students on free and reduced lunch pay nothing. When we look at the overall cost of college today, that's an insane savings, especially when you consider that students can also take classes like English, biology, math, government, economics, and a whole host of other courses through Collin at Plano ISD. So what does this class look like? It varies semester by semester and based on the needs of my students, honestly, especially during COVID. But generally, here's the structure of our course and what it looks like in terms of the work. This semester, my students are taking 3 exams that are worth 50% of their grade. These exams are all written, but students are given the prompts in advance. I don't believe in surprises. You'll never receive an assignment from me that you don't see in advance because I don't think that's the purpose of education. My students are also reading some books outside of class that they can choose to purchase, but that are also freely available to them through our library. I also don't believe in making my students purchase class supplies. We're having 2 class discussions about these books, but they also tie into their other assignments. Then there will be several assignments that tie into other forms of media. These may be podcasts, videos, articles, or even games. In any case, students will engage with these and provide responses to them. My class is 100% written, so it's 100% writing. There is no multiple choice. The purpose of a historian is to make written arguments and defend them, so that's what we do. In class, I lead our discussions and lecture, but students are welcome to interject at any point with questions, comments, or observations. And when the weather is nice, we hold class outside because I think life is too short to do everything indoors. Normally at an in-person version of this event, this is where I'd open things up for questions. If you have any questions about my course or want a copy of my latest course syllabus, feel free to email me at the address here. If you have any questions about the topics listed here on the screen, feel free to contact the dual credit office. If you're interested in where Collin College credits transfer to, check out our Transfer You page. You can find these pages at the QR codes listed here, or go to collin.edu and search the names in the search bar. Thank you for coming to my presentation here online. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me. If I can't answer your questions, I will direct you to the most appropriate place to answer your questions. Bye, everyone.